You say your name and spell it.
Kara, K-A-R-A.
Last name?
Edwards, E-D-W-A-R-D-S.
Okay, you got?
David, D-A-V-I-D.
Well, you don't have to spell David.
Hyde, H-Y-D-E.
Chris Mitchell, Mitchell, M-I-T-C-H-E-L-L.
Chris Masson, M-A-S-S-O-N.
Yeah, look on
Sean Riley, S-H-A-W-N-R-E-I-L-L-Y.
Jill Masson, M-A-S-S-O-N.
Okay, you got that. Now you can put you on this one.
I will.
Okay. Speed.
All right, Sean, since we've known you the longest, like an hour, why don't I just start with you? And when you heard about this attack that Dole was making, there's not much we can do about it. When you heard about this attack that Dole was making on Gangsta Rap, what was your reaction to it?
I think it's unfair.
Why?
Because they're saying what they want to say. What does it matter? I mean, if he doesn't want to listen to it, he shouldn't have to listen to it. We should be able to listen to what we want to listen to.
Do you all know who Bob Dole is?
Yeah, Senator.
Did you know about this before? Did you know about Dole before this came up? I'm just curious whether...
I've heard of Dole before, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as far as you're concerned, what does he stand for? As far as you know.
I think he's wrong. I don't know. I don't really know what he stands for, but I think he's wrong for doing what he's doing.
Public's not complaining.
Come over there, Riz.
The public was complaining. I could see his argument, but there's been no complaints. It's just him.
Well, what does gangsta mean to you then?
It's an art form. Just people expressing themselves. It's about their lives, what it means to them, and they're just expressing it the only way they can. Vulgarity, whatever. They're just expressing it. And if one guy's a problem, I don't think this is going to work. For his sake, at least.
What is? Sorry, Sean.
They're not pointing it out at anyone specific when they're rapping.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like they're saying, I'm going to kill this guy or I'm going to rape this lady or something. They're just saying what's going on in their life.
What does your mother think about gangster rap?
My mother doesn't like any kind of rap. She doesn't like it.
Let me just finish with Sean a second, and I'll come back to you. What's your mother's reaction to it? When you want to listen to it, what's her reaction to it?
She doesn't let me listen to it.
She doesn't let you listen to it?
No, she doesn't like me listening to it at all.
How does she stop you?
She doesn't like me bringing CDs in the house that has rap on it. But she really never. She says she's listened to the lyrics, but she never really listens to the lyrics.
Well, what do you think is her problem with it then?
She doesn't like the swearing in it. That's what she doesn't like. She doesn't really know what they're saying in it, but she just doesn't like them swearing.
What do you think about the swearing in it?
I have no problem with it. I mean, everyone swears. I swear. I'm sure you swear, right? Everyone swears.
I have one.
Oh, one.
Yeah, I remember that time. Yeah.
I mean, everyone swears. I mean, my mom swears, and she says she doesn't like the swearing in it. She swears at me all the time. I mean, so why can't a CD swear at me?
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it.
Dave, you were saying that your mother likes it?
My mom doesn't mind it. She doesn't find anything really wrong with it.
You say that again, probably Dave. I wasn't quite on it.
My mom doesn't mind it. She finds nothing wrong with it.
What is gangster rap about for you?
For me?
Yeah.
It's about, I just get into it. Like, the things that they rap about, most of it's true. It's true what they go through. And most of the stuff they've been through, it's really hard. And what they've done, through what the stuff they've gone through, they've achieved a lot. And to get this far and have some guy, tell them they can't do that, it's not fair at all. It's, I don't know.
Do you look up to the people who are singing gangster?
Definitely.
How come?
Because they're fighting against whites, in particular. Most whites don't like the rap. The senator, he's trying to shut them down, and they're powerless. They're just trying to make a living. Mm-hmm. So.
Kara, are you a gangster rap fan?
Yeah.
What's the attraction for you?
I like the heavy beats and I like listening to them talk about how they live in the city.
Why is that interesting for you?
Because it's interesting to listen to how tough their lives are and how they cope with it.
Is it because their lives are tougher than yours, and it's something to measure yourself against?
Yeah.
Does anybody here, maybe we should go a little wider on this question. Does anybody here really have any direct contact with the kind of life, the kind of ghetto life that's being sung about in the gangsta songs?
No. I do remotely. Friends that live in places like that, but I don't live there directly.
Yeah, that's why I hang out in, like, Pawtucket. I hang out with a lot of people that are caught in gangs and stuff like that, but it's nothing really heavy, like they're killing people or something. It's just gang violence that I'm mostly familiar with. Nothing more than that.
But you don't belong to a gang yourself?
No, I don't belong to a gang myself. I don't really feel that gangs are right, but I still have no problem with hanging around with people that believe that they are.
Yeah. But the world of killing people and the world of drive-by shootings, do any of you really have any direct experience with it?
No.
Nothing?
I know people that have killed people or shot people. I know people that have killed and shot at people, but I mean, I was never there. I've never done it myself.
The question is, if everybody here is white middle-class kid, and the music is from really a tough world that in a lot of ways is far away, why are you making it your music?
Because I'm just trying to relate to what... Yeah, I'm just trying to relate what's going on. I want to understand what they're going through. And, I don't know, by this, I'm also showing my independence against everybody else who just follows the flow and does what everybody else does. And this, I'm breaking that record and going into something new.
So our school, this music is not.
I'm sorry?
Mostly in our school, this music isn't liked. Where I go to school, it's not liked. It's Klan members, stuff like that in our school. And,
we'll take a little break so that's... Guys, sorry to keep you...
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Next time.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right.
No, we're okay. What do your parents think about gangster rap?
My mother does not. Neither one of my parents agree with it. They don't like the swearing, just like Sean's parents.
It's the swear words.
Yeah, and they don't like the story they tell, like about beating women and all that.
Well, what do you think about that?
I understand what they're saying, because like when they tell the story about how it happened and everything, it's their life. That's just how it happened. But parents don't really listen to the words. They just hear a swear word and they're like, oh, that's bad. Yeah. Right away they assume that's bad. They don't listen to the whole song and get the whole point of it.
Is gangster rap about anything good?
Yeah, I think it's their struggle. It tells about their struggle, which I think is good, that they made it to the top. I mean, they're actually rapping. I mean, producing a song. Us listening to it is good. Because how'd they get it on the radio? You know what I mean? That's good.
What do you think these guys are trying to say in their songs?
I think they're trying to tell us that some of the songs, they try to tell you that it's not good to do the things that they did. They're trying to tell you to get away from it.
Don't give up.
Yeah, don't give up. To struggle and try do what they did if you're going through what they're going through.
Yeah.
And I like the beat and everything else to it, but both...
Well, what about the whole issue of women are bitches or hoes and beating up women and cutting up women? What about that?
I don't like that, but it's not every song has that. It's some of the songs I just live with it, but it doesn't bother me really a lot. Just, I don't know.
Would you want your kids listening to it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How come?
Definitely, because it makes a statement. It shows that they struggled, that they grew up in the roughest area, and now they're making a living. They're making a lot of money doing what they're doing, and it's legal. And I don't think it's right that someone should just tell them that they can't do it without getting everybody else's point of views.
What do you think of Bob Dole attacking it?
I don't think it's right at all.
Why?
Because, like they said, it's just his point of view. He didn't ask. The music's basically, I'd say, it's for everybody, but the people who listen to it are mostly teenagers, in the young 20s. I think if you go and ask everybody, that's why I asked, and that's when we agree with it. The music is basically for us, or for people who who grew up in the situation, they're not going to disagree with it. And Bob Dole did not grow up with that, so he doesn't understand it.
But you didn't really grow up with it either.
No, I didn't. But I listen to it, and I'm trying to understand what they're going through. Yeah. I'm accepting it.
Yeah. Let me ask you, what if you have a choice between a sort of gentle, sweet love song about flowers and honey and this music about the inner city where really bad things are happening? Why do you prefer, or do you prefer the gangster music?
Well, I like dance music, and I like Mariah Carey. I have a variety, but I like gangster rap because the beat, you know, you can get into it. It calms you down. Like if you're in a bad mood, you can think about it and you can think, hey, I'm lucky. I'm not as bad off as they are. You know what I mean? That's
interesting, yeah. That's a really interesting response.
Totally disagree.
Do you?
I feel like
that's interesting.
I feel that gangster rap pumps you up, you know, gets inside you, kind of gets you going. I don't think it makes you feel bad.
Yeah, but it doesn't what?
I don't think it makes you feel bad.
No, that's not what she was saying. She was saying it makes her feel good, I think.
Well,
it makes you feel luckier.
I don't feel lucky, but
what the critics of it are saying, their fear is, I don't really prove it, but their fear is that somewhere or other it's going to be teaching you that it's okay to beat up women and it's okay to shoot up and shoot people and that kind of thing.
That's totally not what it is. It's not even close to that. It's just people telling their life stories. They're not telling, hey, go out and rob a liquor store. Hey, go shoot somebody in the head while you're walking down the street. They're just saying, hey, this is what we see every day. This is what we're going through. We're just telling you about it. And then you look at your life, it's just a comparison. They're just trying to show you that they got it rough and you don't. And they're just saying, hey, you're lucky. Live with it, you know?
Bob Dole's just trying to get elected. Stereotype for all gangster rap. Stereotype for all gangster rap. Bad. Go and shoot somebody. If you listen to most new gangster rap, you boys have been coming out. It's not. If you listen to this tracks, it's not trying to stop the violence. Most new tracks all stop the violence, not go with it.
But if you look at a guy like Tupac, I mean, he's in prison for a reason right now.
He's framed. It's like everybody else. That's my opinion. He might not have been. But my opinion is the girls cried rape. Maybe it's true. It can happen, but I don't think so because it happened before to him, and he got off because she was fake.
Yeah.
So.
I don't think Tupac should be being the one to take the blame for gangster rap because it's only one guy. I mean, there's a whole industry out there. He shouldn't be taking the rap for the whole thing. Mm-hmm. It's not fair to him. It's not fair to the industry. It's not right. You blame one guy, and that's how you're gonna judge gangster rap.
How old were you, Chris, when you first became aware of gangster rap?
About 12.
And did it grab you right away?
Yeah.
How come?
Just the beat, the attitude, everything about it. That's what I've lived ever since. That's what I've listened to. Just like the way it moves, attitude, all that.
In a way, do you want to be those guys, or do you want to not be those guys?
It depends. I mean, it depends who it is. I mean, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. It's hard to explain.
Can you try? I mean, I know it's not that easy a question, but just think out loud.
Well, I mean, it depends who it is. If some guy who's killing people and all that, I mean, which they're out there, but I mean, you don't want to be that. But if it's a guy who's out there just telling his story, I mean, you want to be like him.
It's like,
hang on a second. You have to give us just a second.
This rappers like Ken Felton or Lateef Thomas, rappers like that, they're just, they're trying to stop the violence. Maybe they've gone through it, but they're just trying to stop it. Some of the stuff can't stop. So where it is, you can't stop that. It's in the thick of things, you're gonna get involved. But like the guys I said, just rapping from here and just telling how it is.
Yeah, let me ask you the same question I asked Chris. Do you want to be those guys who are singing the songs?
Yeah, well, yeah. Not the guys that are like, shooting up and whatnot, but just look where they are. You know?
You mean the money and the fame?
The money, they got skills. They're out there rapping, producing fat beats. How can you not want to do that?
Yeah.
It's a life.
Kara, can I come back to you on the left? I can't ask you if you want to be those guys, but I mean, there are female rappers also. Do you look up to them as do you look up to them, or do you just listen to them? What is it that they're doing that you admire?
They're showing that they can get through their life and tell everyone that it's not that bad.
So really, this music is inspirational for you in a way. I mean, you're all talking about a really positive message coming through, and the whole criticism of it is that it's a really negative message.
No one understands. That's the whole point. They're not.
I'll ask you. Can you repeat that?
No one understands. That's the whole point of this. That they're not listening to the words and listening to it. They're just hearing the swear and quote unquote. They're stereotyping it as a bad song with like gangster rap. They're just stereotyping it as swear, like filled with swears. It's trash. They're not listening to the story they're telling. Most rappers. They're not listening to the story and how they struggle, their life. They're not listening to it. And if I look up to the women rappers, I give them props because, I mean, they besides, they have to,
That's all right.
Women's rights, I mean, I can't believe they came that far and they did what they're doing. And I wouldn't mind being a woman rapper. I mean, I don't rap, but if I had the talents, I would do it. I'm not denying my race, but I would, a white woman rapper, I would like to see that. Definitely.
These rappers on demand. On Dave, I'm sorry, just give me a second. Okay.
Women's rap isn't that good. They're just rapping about, boys.
They're rapping about things that they watch guys do. They're not rapping exactly about their life experiences. They're rapping about, say, their boyfriend's experiences or something. They're not coming right from where the guys are coming, because the guys deal with a lot more violence than the women do. The women receive more of the violence, I think.
Maybe they're rapping about violence.
Maybe what? We're going to come back.
Maybe they're rapping about violence, but they're not doing it. You'll see them out there. You heard about Tupac. That was rape. It's totally different. It's not violence. It wasn't rape anyway, so he didn't do it, but
You almost sounded like you're applauding the violence that these guys commit, not just watch, but commit and then talk about.
No, they're rapping. It's just rap. It's a song. They're not rapping, then going out and shooting somebody, then come back in, shot somebody, let's go rap again. They're not. It's just rapping. That's all. They're not doing violence. When was the last time you heard about gangster-related violence?
Okay, now your turn.
All right.
You have a lot to respond to.
Okay. The men grow up in Compton, Roxbury, Dorchester, whatever. There is women there too. It's not a men's town. The women go through the same exact thing that the men go through. So why can't they rap and talk about it? There's definitely a demand for women's rap. I know they're gonna have like women coming up telling about their life stories, because they're getting inspired, I gotta admit, by the men, because the men started it. But I can't see why the women can't do it too. They go through the same exact thing, maybe not as bad, but they might not go through having to watch out for getting shot. They do, but they have to watch out for the men that go after them. I mean, we couldn't just walk down the streets of Compton and expect, dress a white girl dressed like regular or whatever. You could get jumped. Why can't we talk about that? That's gang stuff. That's violence. That's what I think. Definitely. Women can definitely rap just like men.
Sean, are the lyrics that are about violence, and I keep focusing on that because that's what the criticism is about. I'm not saying that I think that everything's violent. But the lyrics about violence, are the singers talking about being victims and standing by and watching it and what they've witnessed, or are they talking about what they're doing and what they've committed?
Talking about what they've done, like in the past before they started rapping, and what they're seeing. And they're talking about what their friends may be doing still, but I think they're trying to get away from it. I don't think they're still doing it.
So they're talking about it as something they regret doing?
They're trying to get out of the ghetto. They're trying stay away from stuff like that. That's why they're rapping about it.
Why isn't
Just a second. Okay.
why isn't Bob Dole attacking like devil worshipping groups or hate groups?
He actually does.
It's like the heavy metal music.
He is.
Yeah, he also attacked a lot of Hollywood movies that are violent. It was part of the same speech.
Well, it seems to be he's attacking more gangster rap. You know, White Zombie isn't too sane.
Yeah,
They're kind of sick in the head,
yeah.
worthless. They shouldn't be out there. They're singing about hell and whatnot. Ku Klux Klan members. It's not right. Just racist.
That's
Maybe-
another issue that's brought up in gangster rap. It's like all racism. That's why they're trying to get it off, because a lot of the people that are criticizing are also prejudiced. They don't like black people, and they feel that they shouldn't be out to showing their kids, like, or telling their kids what they do. Then they think, now that their kids have heard that, oh, they're going to go out and kill a cop or, you know, do that kind of stuff. Get hooked on drugs or something, but it doesn't happen that way.
You know that sticker on the CD that says Parental Advisory?
Explicit lyrics.
Okay. That sticker that says, what is it? Parental Advisory sticker. Is that like a red flag to you? I mean, does that get your attention right away?
That gets me mad because I don't see why it's fair that they put parental advisory on practically every gangster rap CD out there, but yet they don't put any parental advisory on heavy metal, which has the same amount of swearing, if not more. Screaming, you might not be able to hear it as much because they scream it, but it just makes me mad because they don't have it. It's like that just gets blown off, but the rap gets the criticism. I don't understand that at all. It makes me so mad.
Sean, what about that sticker?
I think it's wrong too. If I went into a record store right now, I'd be able to buy it. Parents don't have to buy it. You don't have to be 18 to buy it. So why do they bother putting it on there anyway? I mean, I bought a Parental Advisory CD, tape CD when I was maybe 10, 12. You know, you can still buy them. So why do they bother putting it on there if they don't enforce the law?
Hey, are the best CDs the ones is the best gangster rap the one that has the sticker on it?
No,
by
it
the
doesn't
way?
matter.
No?
They don't have to swear to get the point through. I mean, most of them do have swears in them, but you don't have to swear to get the point through.
Well, see, they criticize the gangster people for swearing, but then you look at like the rock groups like Aerosmith and stuff, and people are like, oh, they're great. But if you listen to a couple of their songs, they get pretty harsh on that. You know, they get a lot of things going through there that nobody even pays attention to. They're just like, oh yeah, they're a great group. I've been listening to these guys since, you know, the 70s or something. You know, and people are like, oh yeah, they're great. But then gangster rap comes around and they're like, oh, get out of here, you know, you swear and you're doing this, you're talking about killing people. But if you listen to some rock songs, you'll hear about killing people and all that, raping people and all that stuff. It's not just rap that's doing it, it's rock too, but they're just criticizing rap for doing it because they've made the strongest statement about it.
Rock's into the violence too. You go to a rock concert, you're gonna see pits.
Beat up.
People getting beat up. People get killed at rock concerts. They're all sick. They're all sick in the head.
More violence at rock concerts than there are at rap concerts.
And then I'm going to wrap up. Do you, we've been talking about this as music. A lot of people talk about it not just as something you can dance to, but as poetry also. Do you see it as poetry, or do you think that's a little too fussy?
Yeah, poetry, definitely. Yeah.
What do you see in it that makes it poetry?
Storyline. All music is poetry. Everything. You just take a song and just like put it down on paper and you just read it. It's like a poem. That's what music is. It's poetry. Just people express it differently. So I can't. Shouldn't be attacking gangster rap.
It shouldn't be what?
Shouldn't be attacking rap. That's my
pisses you
opinion.
off, doesn't it? I mean, of everybody here, you really seem the most pissed off about it. Why do you take it so personally?
Cause he's not attacking anything else. You say he is, but he's not going to attack anything else. He's just going to go right after the rap.
He's trying to take...
That's the majority likes rock, country, whatever. Not many people like rap.
I feel.
Give me a second, Chris.
Yep. I feel it's all racism. I think if it was white people doing the gangster rap, they wouldn't blame it on them. I think it's all racist, to tell you the truth. It's my view on that. If it was the white people doing it, I don't think they'd bother with it, but I think it's all racism. It should be stopped. That's why they're looking at it like that.
At school, is there kind of a divide between people who like rap and everybody else?
Yeah, it's a very small group that listens to rap. The school is basically made up of rock and alternative, and like heavy metal. Like, and all the people that dye their hair like 20 different colors just to get just get their point across. You know, but our group is so divided. If you like mention you like rap, people are all over your case because you're outnumbered like 3 to 1 at our school.
That's why you give mad props. You always got to represent in our school. Show them what time it is.
But I don't understand what you mean. I'm a little older. Can you tell me what you just said again?
You got to represent. Show all the people there. You know?
What do you mean by props?
Just like
what you wear?
Just like wearing the shirt.
Yeah.
You know, I'm showing people. You know, gangsters maybe not that big around here. Show them. You know, I listen to this. You don't like it. Get out. Step off. I don't know. Yeah. So our school's really racist. Might not think so, but it is.
Yeah. Agree with that. You cross more bridges in your the kind of music you like, though, right?
Yeah. I like more rap, though. More rap or dance music, techno, than I like anything else.
Yeah.
And that's all. Nobody in my school listens to any of that, really. Just a small group.
Do you listen to it to dance to, or do you listen to it to really tune into?
Well, when I go to clubs, I listen to it to dance to. They don't really play gangster rap there. But when I'm at home, or I put on like 88.9 or whatever, and I listen to the gangster rap, and you get like the point across. You just listen to it, relax, just bob your head, get the beat going, you know. Basically, that's why I listen to it. Plus the fact I said before, to get the point across and everything.
Yeah. All right, I don't have any other questions unless you do.
And then he's talking, and then now look at John.
Well, I'll actually talk. I'll just tell you, we did an interview with
Turn around,
Joe.
look at Chris, without looking at me. Keep looking at John.
Oh, you want them to do all of it?
Yeah, this will
Okay.
be over in a minute if it would just do it like that.
Okay.
So, without looking at me, Sean, turn around and look at Chris who's behind you. Okay, look at David. Look at John. Now look at David again, please. And then I got your name. Jill. Jill. Now look at Jill. Please, Sean.
Is that money?
Okay. Now, Chris, looking at John without looking at me. Now, if you could look at David. Look back at John. And look at
There's
Jill.
going to be a hard time for this.